On the coldest evening of early spring, when the wind cut across the empty country road like broken glass, 8-year-old Lily Thompson found herself standing at the edge of her family's yard, staring at something she had never seen before. A massive motorcycle, chrome still faintly steaming in the cold, lay tipped on its side near the ditch. Beside it, a heavily built man in a leather vest lay motionless, his breath shallow, his face pale with the kind of exhaustion that frightens even adults. The emblem on his back, skull with wings, the unmistakable mark of the Hells Angels, looked as fearsome as the man himself. But to Lily, who saw the world through kindness before fear, the only thing that mattered was that he looked hurt and very, very cold. If you believe kindness and second chances can change the world, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us spread more stories that warm the heart. The sun had already slipped behind the hills, turning the fields into a blue-gray ocean as Lily hurried to him. The man's fingers trembled, his lips cracked from the biting air. Lily had seen her father shiver like that once during a winter power outage, and she remembered how her mother pressed hot tea into his hands and wrapped him in blankets. So, without hesitation, Lily sprinted to her porch, grabbed the first thing she could reach, a half-full bottle of lukewarm water, and returned to the stranger lying on the dirt. She offered it with small, steady hands, whispering encouragement in the soft, instinctive way children do. The man, barely conscious, accepted the bottle, drinking in slow, painful swallows as he fought to stay alert. Though he didn't speak, something in his eyes changed, an understanding that this tiny girl had become his lifeline on a night when the world could have easily passed him by. Her parents came running moments later, alarmed to find a biker, one who looked as though he belonged to an outlaw world, lying near their property. But as they recognized the dire state he was in, worry replaced fear. Lily's father brought blankets, her mother called for help, and together they carried the biker, who later mumbled his name was Brick, to the warmth of their home until the ambulance arrived. Lily watched everything with wide eyes, her tiny frame wrapped in her father's coat, her heart thumping with a strange mixture of concern and hope. The next morning dawned peacefully, as if the chaos of the previous night had never happened. Birds chirped across the fields, sunlight warmed the earth, and Lily was back to her crayons and picture books. That was when a distant rumbling began, so faint at first that it seemed like part of a dream. The sound rolled through the valley, growing louder, heavier, deeper, until the windows of the Thompson house rattled gently in their frames. Lily's parents exchanged confused glances and stepped outside. What they saw made them freeze. A long, unbroken line of motorcycles, thousands of them, stretched across the road and down the horizon. Engines rumbled like a living thunderstorm. Leather jackets glistened with patches and emblems. Some riders held flags, others carried flowers. But all of them were coming toward the Thompson home. In total, nearly 2,000 riders slowed to a respectful stop outside the house, their bikes forming a gleaming wall of gratitude. Lily peeked from behind her father's leg as several riders stepped forward. Their faces were rough, weathered, fierce-looking to any adult who judged by first impressions. But their expressions were softened with respect, even tenderness. One of them, a tall rider with an iron-gray beard, removed his helmet and held it to his chest. He explained in a quiet voice full of reverence that Brick, tough, stubborn, and loyal, was one of their own, a brother to every rider in that line. The night before, he had been traveling alone, far from their usual routes, when a sudden dizzy spell forced him off the road. If Lily hadn't found him when she did, he might not have survived the cold. The bearded riders said they had gathered to thank the little girl who had saved him without hesitation, without judgment, and without fear of the patch on his back. For a group of men who often lived on the rough edges of society, who were used to being misunderstood and avoided, Lily's compassion had struck something deep within them. Her mother quietly wiped tears from her cheeks, overwhelmed and unsure how to respond. Her father tried to speak, but emotion stole his voice, and Lily, still clutching her crayon like a teddy bear, simply stared at the sea of bikes with innocent wonder. The riders came bearing gifts, Not expensive ones, but meaningful ones. A small pink helmet custom painted with flowers and wings, a tiny leather vest made to match bricks, stitched with her name across the back, a stuffed teddy bear wearing miniature biker goggles. They placed each gift gently in Lily's hands, careful not to frighten her. Brick himself arrived an hour later, arm bandaged, face still pale but eyes warm with gratitude. He knelt to Lily's height, voice rough as gravel but soft with emotion, telling her she had done something that few people ever did. She had looked past appearance and seen a human being worth helping. From that day forward, something changed in the town. People who had once whispered nervously when bikers rode through now waved or nodded. Families learned Brick's story, then Lily's, and soon the narrative of fear turned into one of respect. Lily didn't fully understand the impact of what she'd done. Children rarely do. But she knew she had made new friends, friends who returned often just to check on her, bringing stories of the road and leaving smiles in their wake. Over the next weeks, word of her act spread far beyond their small town. Newspapers wrote about it. A local reporter interviewed the family. But through all the attention, Lily remained her same gentle self, coloring pictures, chasing fireflies, and offering kindness without expecting anything in return. Her father would sometimes look at her in quiet awe, realizing that his little girl had managed, with one simple act, to soften the hearts of men hardened by life's harshest roads. And Brick, he returned the most. He often parked his restored motorcycle outside their house and sat on the porch steps, telling Lily simple stories she could understand, stories about loyalty, bravery, and brotherhood. Sometimes he would bring her little souvenirs from his trips, smooth stones, feathers, patches, or license plates from distant places. Lily collected them in a shoebox under her bed, thinking of each one as a reminder that kindness can ripple further than anyone ever imagines. If this story has touched your heart, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your engagement helps us bring more meaningful stories to life. And before we end, tell us in the comments, what act of kindness, big or small, changed your life or someone else's?